So Ganondorf finally coming back. It's kind of a bad thing. Well, not for us. What's up guys, HMK here once again with another Zelda video, and I'm really stupidly, hilariously excited that Ganondorf, G-Dorf, Ganon Boy is finally coming back in a Zelda game. Alright. You hear that, Ganny? You're back! Yeah! So this is actually a really huge deal because Ganondorf has not appeared officially in a Zelda game since Twilight Princess 2006. And we're not counting the remakes, remasters, Hyrule Warriors, or Smash, or anything like that. That's been more than 10 years since we've seen our boy Ganondorf, and we're finally gonna see him in a true Zelda game for the first time in HD. And the way they went ahead and introduced him was wild! Like Breath of the Wild, get it? Because it's Breath, yeah. But the fact that he's a sealed corpse, I'd be a little mummified, a little rotten. I'm glad that he's coming back, but I want to see how they're going to integrate him into the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, because in the original Breath of the Wild, it left a lot to be desired, where we only got Calamity Ganon, Fire Blight Ganon, Thunder Blight, Water Blight, Wind Blight, and Dark Beast Ganon. You know, I really want to see how they're going to incorporate a fully voiced personality type for Ganondorf for the first time in a game that is Zelda that has been voiced and all that good jazz. So it's really interesting what's going to be playing down. But I feel the most exciting thing really when it comes to Ganondorf's return in the Breath of the Wild sequel is all of the implications that's going to follow it in relation to Breath of the Wild and its sequel. There's a lot of factors to play into this. First up, you know, there's going to be a huge untold backstory when it comes to Ganondorf, the human side of Ganon, because by the time of Breath of the Wild, which is thousands, millennia, 10,000 years plus after whatever Zelda game that came before it, they are fully aware about this cycle of Calamity Ganon and the fact that a Link and Zelda continuously have to rise up and combat this threat. But nothing is talked about in their lore about Ganondorf. Although we do get some hints from the Gerudo aspect of the game, where Urbosa admits that at one point Ganon took on a human form of a Gerudo, but that's basically it. There's a huge amount of room for Nintendo to play with when it comes to this particular Ganondorf's backstory. Is this a previously known Ganondorf? Is this a new Ganondorf? How did he get sealed? Why he got sealed? And how is he coming back? Was Calamity Ganon's defeat a trigger that allows him to come back? Will Link and Zelda do something very bad in the beginning looking for his corpse? And I want to see how mad the boy is, how mad the lad is when it comes to him truly being revived, because he did not look happy when those eyes lit up. There's so much stuff that Nintendo can expand upon when it comes to the previously known lore about Ganondorf. But Ganondorf hasn't really appeared officially in a new Zelda game since 2006's Twilight Princess. So if you're a newer Zelda fan, you probably may not know much about him and why he's such a big deal. No biggie, because I've got a perfect breakdown over on Amino with the new Amino Stories feature. Amino is one of the best places to hang out with your favorite communities, and yes, that means Zelda. I've got a series there called Character Crash Course, which you can check out on my global profile. The best part is that it's always free and toxic free. And speaking on Ganon, what do you think that energy or power is keeping him sealed or dead sealed? I've got a hunch, but you're gonna have to wait on that. So keep your eyes peeled. So check out my story on Ganondorf's history and lore over on Amino, and be sure to follow my profile there for more in-depth stories and lore videos. You can get started by clicking the link in the description box below to head on over to Amino. Alright, moving on. You know what's another huge implication of Ganondorf coming back? Malice. Oh boy, the Malice. Ganondorf's power, the red energy of evil that's passed down from the Age of Demise. Now, the thing about Malice is that it was everywhere in Breath of the Wild, but we can theorize that it could mostly have been gone when Zelda decided to seal Calamity Ganon in the first game, at the end of the first game, but it seems that that energy, and it seems a lot more angry in the Breath of the Wild sequel trailer, that Malice is definitely not done and out with, and that's seeping back to Ganondorf, or seeping from Ganondorf, and he is the source. And we've seen what Malice can do under the utilization of a mostly mindless but very cunning Calamity Ganon. Malice has the ability to take over and corrupt non-living things like guardians and all types of Sheikah technology, including divine beasts. It has the power to empower undead beings such as Stalbokoblins, Stalazoflos, and turn them into cursed forms, albeit they're just floating heads, but it still has the power to do that. With the Blood Moon, Malice has the power to revive all these enemies on the overworld. Malice seems pretty damn powerful. And as we've seen, it has the power to corrupt living beings, as we saw with Naydra up on Mount Lanayru. So if a mostly mindless yet cunning entity like Calamity Ganon was able to do all that, imagine a person with full psychological prowess, able to manipulate Malice like that. He could empower living beings, non-living beings, and undead beings, or previously dead beings. Like that rat we saw in the trailer? That rat could become a boss, being empowered by that Malice. That would be a really crazy thing. And Ganondorf will be able to rise his forces like never before. It could be the source of how certain enemies we haven't seen in Breath of the Wild come back. Like Redeads, Dead Hands, Skulltulas, Darknuts, all of that good jazz. And speaking of Ganondorf's forces, it's not like he's gonna be alone upon his return. When Ganondorf comes back, there's already monsters in the overworld, but he also have the Yiga tribe. He has the boys waiting for his return. And they're gonna be back and ready to serve him whatever way. That's gonna be nuts. And the Yiga tribe, the Yiga clan, they are nothing to laugh about. They are former Sheikah members, and we've seen how powerful Sheikah can be. And Yiga members, they're very, very ferocious. And they're gonna be there, ready and waiting for the G-Dorf to come and lead them. So not only is Ganondorf gonna have his monstrous minions, he's gonna have the power of Malice that can corrupt and empower living, non-living, undead beings, and he also has human compatriots in the form of the Yiga tribe. Yo, Hyrule is looking bleak. That's gonna be crazy. And then, if he's gonna use this Malice, if he has Malice in tow, can you imagine him using Malice to empower the Yiga members to be way more powerful than what we fought them as in Breath of the Wild? And Koga fell down to the depths, right? And Koga's dead, because I mean, like, that's what all the Yiga members say after you beat him. Oh, for Master Koga, oh, for Master Koga, you're gonna see him yourself. Yeah, we're gonna send you to his dwelling place, blah, 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 blah. Imagine Ganondorf finding Master Koga, reviving him through the power of Malice and empowering him. And then round 2, baby! That's looking scary. But of course, we gotta wrap this up video in a nice little bow with the most important thing when it comes to the series of Ganondorf's return. Because we all know that Ganondorf only wants one thing. That's right, the Triforce. The Triforce was very, if not incredibly, subtly talked about in Breath of the Wild 1, where all of us, we can only refer to it as basically the sealing power that's been passed down by princess to princess to princess in the Zelda history up until Breath of the Wild, yada yada yada. That's the only time we see the triangles, right? The sealing power that's used to seal away Calamity Ganon. So does that mean Zelda has the full Triforce? We don't know. But what we do know is that Ganondorf is back, and that means he wants the Triforce, because that's the only thing that Ganondorf has ever wanted throughout the entirety of Hyrule's history. Of course, yeah, controlling, ruling the world, Hyrule, yada yada yada. But the Triforce, that's his main prize. With him coming back, I'm willing to bet 9 times out of 10 that the story is going to focus more on the Triforce, and we haven't seen the Triforce much in Breath of the Wild, so that's going to be another big thing returning. Ganondorf's return means the return and the return of the focus of the Triforce. So that's going to be a big deal, and I'm so excited to see how the Triforce is going to play in Breath of the Wild sequel. You see this? This man is doing God's work already. Yo, Ganny, I'm so proud of you. You're doing great things, man! Ganondorf coming back is a gigantic deal, and it has so many ripple effects that I cannot wait to see how Breath of the Wild story, utilization, approach gets updated and changed thanks to this one specific character. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. Please let me know why you're excited, what you're excited for the most when it comes to Ganondorf's return in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Leave it in the comment section below, and be sure to like, favorite, and most importantly, share the video and subscribe for more awesome Zelda content, including Breath of the Wild 2 and our boy Ganon. So guys, until the next video, I've been HMK. Stay hype, and I will check you guys later.